The problem is that it's too big a thing to just be amateur hobbyists. It's too big a thing to be anything other than a really large government organization. So is it our government? Is it somebody else's government? There are a lot of possibilities. One thing that people have talked about is, are these drones flying so low that they're trying to detect either emissions? They're flying at night, they're not flying during the day. Are they trying to find something like, radiation emissions, chemical emissions? We do know that there remain unaccounted for nuclear weapons that came out of the Soviet Union at the fall of the Soviet Union. We also are worried about Syrian chemical weapons. As Syria's been taken over, what happened to those chemical weapons? Have they not all been secured and destroyed? So there's just a lot of possibilities of what this could be. But I would go back to when I was in the White House. President Trump would have gotten on the air with the American people and said, look, we don't know what it is, but here's what we think it might be. Or it's us. We're doing a practice run. We're trying to test out new weapons. Don't be worried about it. But there's none of that. I mean, the dead radio silence you're getting from the administration. And then when they make a statement, it's so highly lawyered, like, we don't think it has bad intent. There's no harmful intent, but we're not sure what it is. Right. And we don't think it's coming from a mothership off the coast that's powered by Iran. Well, it just leads to more and more questions. So you got to wonder at this point, what are they trying to cover up?
Well, the lack of transparency leads to a lot of questions, especially when Americans, you've got now citizen journalists or folks who didn't even consider themselves journalists, intrigued by looking up at the sky and capturing unique video of what appears to be these drones. A lot of people are speculating what it is. This is a liberal perspective. A man who hosts the Young Turks writing this. The NJ drones are obviously our military. That's why the federal government isn't saying anything about it. As incompetent as this government is, nobody lets giant foreign drones fly above our airspace for weeks. They also don't want to reveal technology we've developed. And again, this is obviously an opinion, speculation here, but is there any point of this all that could lead you to something similar when it comes to your own questions?
Yeah, I mean, look, this is just idle speculation. Everybody's kind of got it. It's like they're sitting on the bar stool, right? Who's got a better opinion than the other guy? But at the end of the day, it's big, right? So it's a big state actor. It's happening all over the country. And it's either the United States government or somebody else's government. And if it's the United States government, tell us what's going on. Why should we no longer be concerned? If this is just, a test run for something, the American people understand that. That's fine. But by not saying anything, you immediately assume the worst, that it's a malign attempt by a foreign government to do something we don't know what. And so the fact that every single day the Biden administration issues these fake, not very reassuring reassurances. Remember, this is the government that brought you Russia, Russia, Russia. These are the people that said, oh, Joe Biden's just fine. He's really sharp in meetings. Or Kamala Harris, she's terrific. Or the border, it's not an open border. So at this point, the government has almost no credibility. And where it is in New Jersey, as your map is just showing, it's near a lot of important stuff. It's near important cities. It's near Trump National Golf Course. It's near a military base. The other sightings that we've seen around the country, similarly located in important places. So why don't they not tell us? And with the fact that they don't tell us, you have to assume they're hiding something, which is even worse than telling us the truth.